agree to disagree. We would never. Are you kidding? My best friend, my husband.
God bless you.
So,
True love. I love to see it.
Yeah. But seriously, we vote. But it is.
I voted for him because he was not a politician.
What are some of the things you find disagreeable?
Well, I don't think he should tweet 75 to 100 tweets a day, just rants to me. I just think he should investigate and look into it, and some things are better kept to yourself as a president because you are here for both sides, not just one side.
Don't you think? I find him to be very calculated. I don't think anything he tweets he hasn't already investigated. He's far ahead of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even if he shoots off at the mouth, you know that's how he feels.
I guess Rodney. I agree. I voted for him. But good God!
I mean, that's only. How about
considering the alternative?
Indeed. But how about? Is there anything in his policies? I mean, that was just a personal, little quirk.
As far as his policies go, I'm okay with everything that he's done so far. My only concern is I am worried about this Russian thing. I'm very concerned. I am.
There's really nothing to worry about because there's nothing there.
Well, but
first off, he doesn't have the ultimate power to push the button. He doesn't.
Right. Well, no, he just pushes the tweet button.
It doesn't work that way.
I mean, the Russian thing was already been pretty much debunked as something that. Well, she paid for the dossier that started the investigation on him, and then you have Mueller.
Why she didn't go to jail to me is
well, that's the
me.
question I have today.
Why did she not go?
Why?
Why?
We've got enough weaponry to take care of anything.
You're talking about
little shit
Rocket Man.
Yeah.
You're about Rocket
I just had a guy that came by that works with Lockheed Martin,
right?
Who builds the super jets.
Yes.
And he says, look, he says, North Korea is just bullshit. He says, we have weapons that can knock them out. They have got 3 days worth of military. That's all they got.
Before I got into the fire service 23 years ago, back in '94, I worked 10 years on the vertical launching systems for the Navy. I was a power supply tech for the Tomahawk missile program. Before that, I worked on part of the SDI program with the electromagnetic rail guns that are just now starting to show up, but this was back in '85.
Yeah.
And I knew what they could do back then.
Yeah.
And what they can do now with them, and what they can do now with a VLS system, with the Tomahawk missiles, and what they can and cannot fire out of these things, and the submarines.
What about the laser weapons?
The laser weapons came out of the SDI program. There were, back when I worked on the program on Eglin Air Force Base, there were 7 contracts that were awarded for various different SDI programs. And at the time, ours worked off of electromagnetic, we had some mock-up versions, but what it was a railgun system. It wasn't laser. Now, there were laser systems that were out and being perfected back then.
Yeah.
But ours wasn't the laser systems. Ours fired projectiles. And what it was to be launched into space, it was to be set into orbit, and it was to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And it fired off of a low voltage, high current type setup. I mean, everything that I dealt with was unclassified.
There's speculation that some of the mishaps that happened in North Korea with their missile launches blowing up on it was because of our buy that
There's a possibility because back then they dealt a lot with the electromagnetic stuff. They dealt a lot with the laser. And they dealt a lot with what they call EMF. Electromagnetic force.
Yeah.
So those were the mainstays of the whole SDI
but
system.
your brother works in those little bitty bunkers over there.
I had a best friend that graduated high school with me and went through Georgia Tech and was in the military, and he was stuck in a bunker for years. He's out of it now because he's retired. But he said the same thing. He said we would go through drills. You were given a 45. You had 2 guys worked in the bunker. You were given a 45 pistol. And when the call came in, you did not know whether it was real or not. and you had to do your job. If you didn't do your job or your partner didn't do his job, your orders were to shoot and kill him and do his job for him.
Yep.
It's no joke.
Yeah, it's serious business.
And the amount of people that it takes to fire one of our ICBMs that are still left, which a lot of people think that they're all gone. You know, where we live out right by Eglin Air Force Base, in the Panhandle, there's still bunkers in that are out there that are being used.
I would think that even some of the newer weapons eclipse the destruction power of the ICBMs.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, they've become kind of mute.
Now, the nuclear capabilities that are out there today that we have are, 100 times more than Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to...
We've always been real good at finding ways to kill things.
Which is okay with me. If you're, I don't want to bomb the whole damn thing and let God sort it out.
You got Rocket Man over there scraping the luminous stuff off of watches to make his nukes.
Yeah.
Okay, they're very dirty. They're very inept. It'll never do what he hopes that it'll do.
I just wish he would tweet just a little less.
I love his tweets.
I
just wish he would slow down.
I think he's transparent. I think
why? We need slowing down. We need speeding up. We need more. I mean, that's why I'm screaming, where's Sessions? We shouldn't be on the defensive. We should be on the offensive.
I am so totally confused as to what happened with that. That whole thing surprised me. But you mark my words, they're going to go after this guy. But my question is, why didn't they go after this? Because she very blatantly did it.
Well, we know that, but we also, the whole thing's corrupt. That's why he got in to begin with against all odds.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Take care.